everybody. Welcome back to John and Dan Unscripted. I'm John.
And I'm Dan. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you coming along for the ride.
Absolutely. Dan, you know I love to laugh. Do you like to laugh?
I do. I love to laugh. I was laughing at myself the other day.
Well, you shouldn't walk by mirrors.
Well, you know.
Okay.
Try to come up when I can.
Anyway, Dan, we have a special guest today. He is a stand-up comedian at night, but during the day, he's a massage therapist.
Oh, maybe you could work some things out for me.
Well, okay. And I'm sure there's plenty of jokes there. But anyway, let's introduce Bassil Kamas with us today.
Bassil, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Glad to be here with you guys.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you came from, and under which rock you came from.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Well, I came to this country in 1980, August 28, 1980, to be exact, 44 years ago.
From what country did you come from?
From Iraq. Have you heard of the country?
Iraq?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
John, have you heard of it?
I have.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I never thought I'd leave Iraq and hear about Iraq for the next 44 years, but I have.
Tell us about it. What brought you here?
Well, I like to eat cats and dogs, so they're a delicacy here.
Apparently.
That's why I came here. No, I came here for the hopes of dreams and aspirations of like many people that come to this country.
Okay.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, my first job was a hydroceramic engineer, dishwasher.
A dishwasher.
Yes.
Okay.
They're done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all have.
Absolutely.
And I went to school, and I got my degree in psychology. And
where'd you go to school?
Sac State.
Oh, okay.
All right, a local
boy.
guy. Very
Yeah,
good.
I sat in the same green room where Tom Hanks sat.
Oh, Tommy.
Yeah.
We're trying to get him on our show. So far, he hasn't agreed.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Let me see if I can make a call. I'll have my people call him.
Could you put in that call?
We'll do 23andMe with Tom. You know, we'll
right.
send 23 of my Arab friends and me. We'll go get him.
You're a funny guy, I can tell right now.
Yeah.
So without
What do we got going, John?
Without doing too much more, let's get you right into our doing your routine.
Okay.
If you don't mind. So we'll step out in the studio. Are you okay with that? Will you give us a taste of what you're
we
all
are
about?
looking
I'm ready to go.
Yes.
I was born ready.
This is going to be great.
Let's do it. Let's go out to the studio.
All right, here we go.
Hi, my name is Bassil. I hope I can put a smile on your faces tonight. I drove 51 minutes to be here with you tonight. Thank you so much. A lot of great crowd. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, with gas prices. I was at the gas station yesterday. The guy in front of me goes $2 on pump 2. I'm like, where are you going? Pump 6? My wife calls me. She goes, honey, please fill up my gas tank. I said, baby, I can't afford it. Instead, I'm going to get you a Frenchie Bulldog and a Louis Vuitton bag. But honestly, for Mother's Day, I gave her the most expensive gift I've ever given her, a tank full of gas. She wept. She said, honey, I'm going to cherish this for the next 150 miles. But listen, I'll tell you in on a secret. I found really cheap gas right around the corner. Taco Bell, $1.39. Let's see, I see a couple here. Couple here, a couple there, a couple there. Hey, give it up for all the couples in the house, please. Come on, yeah. Yeah. Nice. Let me tell you about my divorce. 24 years of marriage, we called it quits. Did it with no lawyers. I'm at the courthouse. The lady says, Bassil, you look a little bummed. I said, well, I'm filing for divorce. What do you expect? She goes, don't feel so bad. Divorces are filed every single day. It's very common. I said, I know. Still hurts. She goes, but lately we've been getting a lot of the same-sex divorce. I said, really? Mine is a no-sex divorce. I gave her a big fat check. She bought the house right next to me. I refer to her as my ex-door neighbor. 24 years of marriage. We share memories, fence line, and Wi-Fi. And throughout the marriage, I paid for everything. I swear. I bought her a boob job. I thought I pay, I play. Treasure chest? Nah. It was a booby trap. Thank you. I only saw them 3 times after the surgery. Twice to change the bandages. Never once in 24 years I cheated on her. My friend said, Bassil, you got a broken marriage. Get a girlfriend on the side. Who cares? I said, I do. And I didn't do it. I didn't do it because I have principles, I have values, I have ethics, and I have erectile dysfunction. You laugh, it hurts. She got to keep the dog. I miss that little Yorkie. 3 o'clock in the morning, I come home. That Yorkie is waiting for me. Every time I got out of the shower, she would lick my ankles. I swear, folks, I would have stayed in the marriage if the dog was a little bit taller. Thank you. No, thank you. But no, thank you. Honestly, I'm so glad you laughed at this joke. Because last week I told the same exact joke, same delivery. Nobody laughed. But then these people at the SPCA, they don't have a good sense of humor. After my divorce, I found myself alone and lonely, a guy in his 50s, wrinkled, gray hair. Let's face it, who wants me? I mean, look at me. I'm a solid 6. Next to a Ferrari, I'm a solid 8. Next to a Bentley, I'm a solid 10. Next to a Subaru, a lesbian might say, maybe. And it hit me, I am no longer in my prime. Yeah, you see, there was a time when I walked into a room, women dropped their jaws. Now, they're dentures. There was a time I told them I'm a model. They believe me. Now they laugh at me when I tell them I'm a model citizen. There was a time women gave me the bedroom eye. Now they give me the lazy eye. And there was a time when I would roll in bed, look at her and say, you better be ready. I'm going to reload in about an hour. Now it's more like 6 to 8 business days. I tried the dating apps. I tried them all. Tinder, Match, angrybitterwoman.com. Nothing worked. I even... Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, he's very easy. Easier than the woman I met. I even tried hiking. Not because I like the outdoors, but because every time I met a woman, she said, go take a hike. Even on the hiking trail, they're like, go take a hike. I am. Finally, I met a woman. I took her out. We were sitting at dinner talking. I said, what do you do for a living? She goes, I'm an exotic dancer / porn star. I said, woo. Yeah. She goes, don't judge me. I love the hours. I love the work. I love the money. They promised me a raise, even if I suck at my job. I said, okay. She goes, yeah, but 2 years into it, it was getting too much. So I quit the industry, got a 9-to-5 job, my weekends off, and I found God. Now I go to church every Sunday. I said, wow, that's a big leap. She goes, yeah, but my boss wasn't very nice. So I quit my job, went back to the industry, but I still go to church every Sunday. So she goes, Bassil, does that make me a hypocrite? I said, no, that makes you a born-again Christian. By the way, if you hear a little accent, it's because I'm from Iraq. Have you heard of the country? Mixed reaction. That's okay.
Welcome.
That's it. Yeah, thank you. I came here 44 years ago, with hopes, dreams, and aspirations. My first job was a hydroceramic engineer. Dishwasher. Yeah, when people find out that I'm from Iraq, they ask me all kinds of questions. Like, Bassil, have you ever ridden a camel? Of course, I remember the first day I ever ridden a camel. It was a Wednesday hump day at the San Diego Zoo. Bassil, how did you leave Iraq? I ran. How did you meet your American wife? Well, I saw her across a crowded room. I felt that certain something. I had to meet her. I had to talk to her. I was hoping she's not arachnophobic, which is fear of Iraqis. No, really, it's true. Look it up in the Turban Dictionary. Her dress was so tight, it was hard for me to breathe. Now I... Thank you. Thank you. You need a lot of help. You and me, twice a week, group therapy. Now, I could have said to her, hey, I'm from Iraq. You got a big rack. Let's dance. No, I didn't say it. No. I could have said to her, hey, did you know once you go Iraqi, you'll never go backy? I didn't. Instead, I went with class and elegance. I said, hey, have you ever traveled to Iraq? She said, no. Why do you ask? I said, because I want a Baghdad ass. You laugh. It worked. 2.5 months later, we announced our engagement. And the moment we did, people started thinking, uh-oh, this is a green card marriage. It's got citizenship written all over it. Because, you know, she's light, I'm brown. She's American, I'm Iraqi. She's Buddhist, I'm Muslim. She's a PhD, I'm an MD, which stands for major disappointment. And it added a lot of friction to our relationship. And I'm the kind of guy that likes to talk about things. So on our wedding day at 3 o'clock in the morning, I went to her place, knocked on the door. Finally, she opened the door, and the first thing I said to her was, wait, is this what you look like without makeup? I know that doesn't resonate with the women. I get it. And men are afraid to laugh. I get it. She goes, what do you want to talk about? I said, well, you heard the rumors. I said, yeah. She goes, I go, you want to talk about it? She goes, of course, honey. Honesty is the best policy. I said, well, is it true then? You are marrying me to get the Iraqi citizenship. I understand. If you want to throw all this away for the Iraqi dream of hopelessness, despair, chaos, inequality, oppression, I get it. She goes, no, you damn foreigner, but maybe one day you can take me to Iraq, introduce me to the culture, show me your people. I said, great, because I already bought the his and hers matching bulletproof vest. It's on your Amazon in 2 days. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is he really from Iraq? And if he is, where is his unibrow? Every Iraqi has the unibrow, and please do not confuse it with the Unabomber. It makes me look angry, frowny, and terroristy. Yeah. I used to shave it back home with a special razor, but it was confiscated in the airport. Because the razor has 3 blades. The first blade lifts, the second blade cuts, and the third one yells, Allahu Akbar! Death to the infidels! So now, I use a stuff called Nair. Have you heard of Nair? Yeah. The first time I used this stuff, I didn't even read the directions. I put the whole bottle. It stinks. I fainted. I hit the floor. My wife comes running into the room. She's like, honey, Bassil, are you okay? I'm like, she goes, honey, I thought you were dead. I said, no, I just had a near-death experience. Yeah, I'm glad you do. Thank God I didn't bring my translator. Now, I know I've been here 44 years, and I think I mastered the language, but there's one word, still, after 44 years, every time I hear, I cringe, and that word is air. Because the word air in Arabic means dick. So you can imagine when I was taking scuba lessons and the teacher says, Bassil, come on up for air. I'm sitting in the back seat of my friend's car. He's like, Bassil, are you getting enough air in the back? You have your own controller. Turn it all on. You'll have air blowing in your face. True. I didn't join the Air Force because of it. I stopped doing Airbnb. But you know what? It's my own demons. It's mine. Because to me, the word means a lot more than it means to you. But you ladies and gentlemen here, you're a couple here. Next time you're at a party, and the party is full of Arabs, an hour into the party, she goes, honey, I'm going to go outside and get some fresh air. Be careful. Even worse, if he says, honey, I'm going to go outside and get some fresh air. Yes, exactly. Now, coming to this country, it wasn't easy. It really wasn't. I mean, I remember the first year I went to a palm reader, and I'm like, here, read my palm. Tell me my future. So she looks at my palm. She goes, son, I can't read this. It's in Arabic. She goes, I go, well, read it. She goes, I can't. But how about, she was horrible. She couldn't even read my Palm Pilot, okay? And she goes, well, let me interpret your dreams for you. I said, screw that. I dream with subtitles. Now, I was doing a show a couple weeks ago, and somebody in the audience said, hey, I served in Iraq 2 tours. I'm like, well, Thank you for your service. Really appreciate it. Just to let you know that my folks' home was untouched during the Gulf War. It was untouched. Not a bullet, not a bomb, nothing. They were safe. So thank you for missing. Thank you for being a lousy shot. Appreciate it. But since you mentioned it, what do you remember about Iraq? He said, I remember the flies and the heat. And it's right. The heat, 125 degrees in the shade. Very hot. Yes. But I said the flies, and I'm not calling you a liar. Thank you for your service, but I'm not calling you a liar. But there are no flies in Iraq. Because if you remember, during the Gulf War, Iraq was declared a no-fly zone. Who's the bitch now? Now, I have a 25-year-old daughter. I remember the day she was born. I was in the delivery room. I witnessed the whole thing. The nurse comes running to me, and she hands me a pair of scissors. And she goes, Bassil, would you like to do it, or would you like me to do it? I said, screw you, we're not doing a late-term abortion. She said, no, you damn foreigners, for the umbilical cord. I cut the cord. I didn't save the cord. If you're going to have a baby, save the cord, because you're going to need it to strangle them with it when they're teenagers and make it look like it was a medical mystery.
So true.
It's true. And I don't know if I even cut the cord all the way, because at 25, she still calls me for money. Listen, folks, thank you so much. You've been a great audience. You know, I don't say this often, but you have been a breath of fresh air. Thank you so much. My name is Bassil.
What an outstanding set.
That was amazing. Very
can't
good,
believe it.
Bassil.
I was really questionable, especially when he started talking about Iraq, but it was hilarious.
It was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself. Thank you
That
so
was
much.
wonderful.
Oh, thank you. It was
That
my
was
pleasure.
wonderful.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, I have a quick question for you, though.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever looked out in the audience and no one's laughing? And if so, what do you do about that?
So far, I haven't had that experience, thank God.
Good one. Yeah.
But-
Awkward, yeah.
But when it happens, you just gotta, I guess, maneuver to the next joke. You gotta have a
Alright.
backup punchline.
What about hecklers? Do you have sometimes nasty hecklers that you don't know how to deal with?
You know, I've never had a heckler. Well, actually, I did have a heckler. Let me tell you. I was doing a set, and this guy was drunk. And everybody was having fun watching the show, and he just comes up to the stage, and he was drunk, you can tell. And he's like, come on, man. You're throwing the vibe here. You're ruining the mood. Come on, stop it, stop it. And I'm like biting my tongue. I just want to do my set, get off the stage.
Sure.
And he kept egging me. Finally, I stopped, and I said, listen, I'm going to stop my set if you stop drinking. And that's when he like, oh, okay. And that was it.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad, though.
That's a good way to end
That's
it
good.
right there.
That's good. So, Bassil, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, or if
Yes.
they want to book you for an event or whatever, how do they do that?
They can go. They can email me at bazcomedy@proton.me.
Can you spell that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
BAZ comedy at proton PROTON.me.
.me.
Yeah, or they can call me at 916-247-4321,
Okay.
and then that's it.
And I can tell all you folks out there, he is funny as shit.
Oh,
so
thank you
you're
very
gonna
much.
like it. You're gonna like it. I was laughing the whole time.
He was.
I really enjoyed it very
was.
much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, thank
All right.
you for being
well,
on our
thank you
show.
for being here. We appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, we do, and thank you guys for tuning in.
That's right.
Don't forget to
Keep watching. We're going to have
like,
another
comment, and
comedian, I
subscribe.
think.
All right.
Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube.
Exactly.
We appreciate your time.
Let your friends know.
Yep.
We got the best comedians here on John and Dan Unscripted.
That's right. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.